The New Orleans Saints and safety Justin Reid agreed to a 3-year, $31 million deal at $22.5 million guaranteed. Ladies and gentlemen, what a time to be alive. I just finished, like literally 30 seconds ago, I finished a 1-hour video where I was reacting to an After Further Review video. For 1 hour, I was saying, salary cap is fugazi, quit worrying about the cap, quit worrying about dead money, quit worrying about void years, because the Saints are rebuilding, they're retooling, enjoy the journey, be excited, they were going to have new players to root for, and they're going to be younger, we're offloading older players. For over an hour, my voice is probably about to go, because I've been doing this all day, because the news is nonstop. And I get off, pause, I look at my phone, and I've got this sitting in front of me. I mean, it's just unbelievable. So when you watch my videos for the next 48 hours, and I'm saying that stuff like this is on the way, stuff like this is on the way, okay? So let's just take a look at Justin Reid, okay? By the way, just to flex a little more, earlier today, I said, the more you know, the New Orleans Saints, for the first time in years, are now under the cap for both this season and next season. Oh, today, I retweeted my boy Jeff Nowak, who said, I'm starting to think that with all this cap space, the Saints might have a significant signing or two in the hopper. That's 5 hours ago. So let's just take a look at everything, shall we? Walter, A freaking plus grade. Mandem A plus. Mandem magna cum laude pause, son. Straight A's. More Saints money laundering? Where are they getting this money from? I thought they were billions over the cap. But I thought we were in salary cap hell. But James, after further review, they said that we're in salary cap hell. Derek Carr, quit slobbering. God, I might pass out. I love being right. I love being the face of the franchise. I love being on a whole different level. And I love Justin Reid like a brother. I love Kellen Moore like a brother. I love Brandon Staley. I love this team. I love where we're headed. Mickey Loomis. What a guy. A plus grade. This doesn't actually qualify as money laundering because Justin Reid's a great player. He's excellent when it comes to both coverage and run support. He's also relatively young, 28. He's actually, he's just young. He just turned 28. Like, he's 27.9, okay? I guarantee you if he was 27, this would say, like, he's young, he's this, he's that. But 28, you know, so he'll likely play at the top of his game throughout the duration of his contract. This is an outstanding signing. Justin Reid, by the way, he is 20th on PFF's top free agents list coming into the offseason. I believe he was 20th on NFL.com, maybe right under 20, regardless, or irregardless, as a lot of my friends would say. Hell of a signing. I mean, you talk about a position of need. You talk about young. I mean, this is the kind of stuff where what's the saying? It feels good when a plan comes together. Like, really think about what's going on here. You got the youngest head coach in the NFL. You've got the youngest coaching staff in NFL history. You've got a brand spanking new scheme. You're under the cap this year. You're under the cap next year. And you're under the cap the year after that. Let's just take a look at it right here. I mean, let me refresh. I don't know what it is I don't know what it is now. $20 million under the cap in 2025. $37 million under the cap in 2026. $188 million in 2027. Now, obviously, these numbers fluctuate as you sign players. It's not truly $188 million. Nobody's actually $188 million under the cap, but you get the point. So we've got money. Let's just take a step. So you got money. You've got a brand spanking new young coaching staff, innovative, offensive-minded head coach coming from a Super Bowl champions, defensive coordinator who's young. You've got you're offloading / you're getting younger through the roster. You have a top 10 draft pick. You have more draft picks than you've had in the last 10 years going into this draft. Excuse my French, but what's everybody bitching for? I mean, is this not a good time to be a Saints fan or what? You got me, the face of the franchise, pumping out 2-3 videos a day. Okay? I mean, damn. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to feel good about this. I mean, you got to feel good. I can't wait to see what ESPN.com's grade is. I can't wait because they were blasting the Chase Young deal because the Saints don't have any money. The Saints can't spend. Saints can't do that. And then, lulz, we just dropped this right on everybody's head. So, makes sense that the Saints were not worried about the secondary as of 12 hours ago. Hell of a deal. I mean, you get a 27, 28-year-old guy, comes in from the Chiefs, went to college at Stanford, high academics, obviously. He's going to be, this is a guy who's going to be a cornerstone of the secondary for the next couple of years, playing at his absolute peak, at his absolute prime. Tyrann Mathieu restructured his deal about 2 hours ago. So our safeties all of a sudden are Tyrann Mathieu and Justin Reid. I can live with that. I can dig it. Ooh, yeah, can you dig it? Try to do a Macho Man there, but you can't do a Macho Man an hour or 5 minutes after doing an hour-long video. Jesus. So I would assume this, as far as the draft, because everything kind of matriculates to the draft, you can go ahead and cross safety off of your board. We're good there. More than likely, I would think this lessens the, I don't think we were taking a defensive back early on anyways, but I think now you can kind of focus on other positions. We'll see what happens secondary-wise. I'm not saying you don't draft one, but you got to feel good about this coming in. Brandon Staley, I would think, he's having a pretty heavy hand in who we're targeting defensively, even when it comes to Chase Young and obviously this. So I believe that he understands what's going on and he's got a plan for them. 25-year-old Chase Young for the next 3 years. 28-year-old Justin Reid for the next 3 years. Feels pretty good. Sounds pretty good. Looks pretty good. We're nowhere near done. Like I said, because I've just said it for an hour, but we are in the process. All right, let me explain where we're at for Saints fans. We were up the mountain, up the hill for 15 years when we were winning 12, 13, 14 games. Drew Brees retires. Sean Payton leaves. A lot of our other players, Michael Thomas gets hurt. Ryan Ramczyk retires. Some of the other players just get older and worse. Marshawn Lattimore gets traded. That starts a decline, okay? That's been the last 4 years. Made a mistake with Dennis Allen, Pete Carmichael. 9 games here, 9 games there, 7 wins here, 5 wins here. We plateau, or not even plateau, but we hit the rock bottom of 5 wins. Now, Saints are offloading, retooling, rebuilding. So now we start moving back up the next window, the next hill, okay? And that's what windows are. Windows close, windows open. Currently, we're trying to prop that next window open. We're trying to prop up the next however many years of the New Orleans Saints. We're trying to prop up Kellen Moore's coaching career. We're trying to prop up Brandon Staley's career as a coordinator. We're trying to prop all that up. Who's the next Drew Brees? Who's the next Alvin Kamara? Who's the next Michael Thomas? Who's the next Jimmy Graham? They're all coming. All right, we got to find them. Draft, free agent, trade, whatever. It's an exciting time to be a Saints fan. Yesterday, everybody's screaming, crying, slobbering all over themselves. No one expects the Saints to land Justin Reid right here. And then boom, day 2 of free agency, we get Justin Reid. We got a top 10 draft pick. Is it Mason Graham? Who knows? All of a sudden, everybody's slobbering all over themselves on the subreddits. Saints roll out there with 25-year-old Chase Young, 28-year-old Justin Reid. We get Mason Graham in the middle. Unbelievable, man. This is a hell of a move, obviously. Walter gives it an A+. I would assume ESPN's going to give it an A+. And I'll bet you this. This is what happens. Everybody says the Saints are in salary cap hell, even though they're not, right? We just looked at the cap. We're under the cap 2025, under the cap 2026, under the cap 2027. Everybody says the Saints are in salary cap hell because they're lazy, because they don't look at what's going on. They don't understand context. They don't understand the NFL like I do. And then the deals like this come in, and what does everybody say? I guarantee you, ESPN, everyone, I guarantee you everyone's going to say, where do they find the money? How are they doing this? The Saints have done it again. Mickey Loomis has done it again. I just got done, like I told you, in a video where the whole video, all I was listening to was the Saints can't build their roster. The Saints can't better their roster because of contracts like Derek Carr's. This is why you kick the can. This is why you push money forward, because it's cheaper to pay a bill in a year or 2 years and the salary cap keeps increasing. You don't want to pay it now. Pay it in the future. Sign players like this. Knockout, slam dunk, out of the park. Unreal business for Mickey Loomis. We get one of the better safeties in the NFL. Young guy in his prime. Cheap deal. Just imagine if we weren't in salary cap hell. All right. Get on down in the comments below. All I want to see down there is GG's. All I want to see is happy days. We're talking fawns. The whole thing. All right. Am I on another level or what?